Is sponsored by the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, your gateway to everywhere. Wise Markets, attorney Brian J. Kelly and Associates, and Coleridge Consulting and Investigations. This is WNEP, the news station.
From the first practice in the blazing sun to the end of the season in the freezing cold.
It's a game of power and passion.
It's a game of courage and commitment.
It's a game played in our area like nowhere else.
And now, the best of the best.
The strong and the skilled.
The dedicated and the determined.
It's a Super 16 Dream Team showcase.
From the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport.
And it all begins right now.
The following is a WNEP exclusive sports presentation.
It's time to meet the Super 16 Dream Team.
It's an honor to be named to the Dream Team. I've been dreaming about it since I was a little kid.
I think it's a great accomplishment to be one of the 32 people that made it out of all the great players that are around this area.
The Super 16 Dream Team Showcase, sponsored by the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, your gateway to everywhere.
Now it's time to meet the Super 16 Dream Team.
A man that always gets through the defense, Minersville's Luke Stefanowski. What were you able to do this season? More than 2,400 yards rushing, more than 8 yards a carry. How did you just keep being relentless out in the field and keep pushing for more yards?
Well, it all came down to preseason, working out in the preseason with my teammates and sprinting on the track and just lifting as much as I possibly could, going to camps in the summer for college. Just really the determination I had in the offseason, what's really had me set the tone for me.
What do you value so much about being a great leader? Your mom was telling me how the preschoolers came up to you, asked you for autographs, and used to go to some of the JV and middle school games. So what do you just pride yourself to be a great leader to inspire young people?
I just feel like being a great leader, it helps everyone. No matter, you can help your teammates that are seniors, you can help the teammates that are freshmen. It helps everyone, it helps the whole team in general, it helps your coaches. It's easier for your coaches to coach you when you're a good leader.
Is there a play from your career that you'll really remember the most, that stands out in your Minersville career, that you always go back and watch the highlight tape and say, I can't believe I did that?
Yeah, probably first play of week 10 my junior year. I had outside run to the left side, and I hit 4 stiff arms in a row for a touch and a 50-yard touchdown. It's probably the biggest play.
And you'll be able to continue doing that at East Stroudsburg as a fullback. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, up now, the running back from Wyoming area, Aaron Crosley. He had an outstanding season down there in Exeter for head coach Randy Spencer, running wild for the Warriors. Congratulations on the Super 16 Dream Team nomination. Talk about the season, talk about your offensive line and why you're able to rack up so many yards.
Yeah, last year we had a little struggle season. You know, we were really young, but we came in, we knew everybody was coming back. We worked hard the second that season ended, and my linemen worked really hard. I think linemen, it just shows exactly what a running back is. Running back's just a name for 5 offensive linemen up front. So we worked so hard, built a really good connection, a really good team, and I just felt like we were so close as a team, and it really showed out on the field, the difference between last year and this year.
You seem to have a grinded out, rugged style of running, always getting to that end zone and scoring points. Talk about your style a little bit.
I'm strong enough to get through the linemen and bust out to the second level, and I'm fast enough to get past these safeties, and there's not many safeties in the district or the state that could tackle me one-on-one. So it's the way I use it. I kind of combination of speed and power. So I think I could run through or outrun anybody in the district.
Aaron, good luck at Lehigh.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Super 16 Dream Team running back Aaron Crosley.
They're called Lackawanna Trail, but they trailed very few minutes during the season last year. Lucas Gumbel joins me right now. Two-way star, did a little on defense, but 1,642 yards and a bunch of touchdowns on offense. Lucas, talk about the team format. Seemed like you had a lot of different options in that backfield, and the opposing teams couldn't quite figure out who to pin on.
Yeah, it's wing T offense is very tough to stop, especially when you have 3 or 4 very good backs. We also had, I think, 3 or 4 backs over 500 yards. And then the offensive line, that was also a big part of the season. I mean, without a line, you can't run the ball.
So your final win, we were down there against Minersville 40-0. Coach Jervis had a message for you guys after that game. What was it about? Because he was so proud of you guys.
I mean, he was very proud of us. He knows that we've been working very hard since we were a freshman group. We had a big freshman group move up. He's been watching us since we were 8, 9 years old. and seeing us come up through and with accomplishing that and first round state playoffs blowout, he was very proud of us, and tough week of practice, and ended up being a good game.
Cool Hand Luke. Lucas Gumble, running back, Lackawanna Trail, another dream teamer from the Lions.
Williams Valley running back Alex Achenbach, 3,056 yards rushing this past season. You were 7th in the nation. Like, when you sit and think about that number, that many rushing yards, like, what does it mean to you when you digest that after the season?
I really have to thank my line, my coaching staff, all the players on the team for giving me the opportunity to put up such numbers.
So much of being a good running back is about vision, so how did you improve at having better vision when you're out between the tackles as you progressed as a player?
I got better vision in the off season when working with Coach Bricks. He helped giving us drills to increase our reaction time, and I really feel like that helped, as well as increasing getting us faster helped slow the game down, and I was able to see more of the holes open up, leading to bigger runs.
How were you just able to stay aggressive and keep pushing for more yards?
I think a big thing to get more yards was my balance that I worked a lot on in the offseason, especially with Coach Bricks again. And I feel like that helped bounce off of some big hits and give me an extra, 2-3 yards after contact.
All right, well, congratulations to you once again for all the rushing yards, and wish you continued success.
Thank you.
Whoa, 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 don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on WNEP.
Your daughter Kara said she was in the mood for something salty. And you just wanted something fresh and light for dinner tomorrow. And your son Johnny wants whatever it is teenage boys like to eat. Look for red tags to save throughout the store, every aisle, every day. With low prices at Wise.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
The Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport AVP makes flying convenient and hassle-free. Why do you fly AVP?
Flying from Wilkes-Barre Scranton is friendly, safe, and easy.
AVP is convenient, it's close to home.
TSA is so convenient, and parking is quick and easy.
At AVP, it's easy to ticket and convenient to board.
AVP, your gateway to everywhere.
Everyone's life has defining moments when the choices you make change the course of everything. Maybe you found yourself involved in a painful divorce. Maybe you're closing on your dream house, but want the reassurance you're taking the right steps in the process. Maybe you found yourself on the wrong side of the law and need to put your faith in an experienced law firm when that moment comes. Make the right choice. Brian J. Calley & Associates, with over 40 years of legal excellence. Call 570-344-2029 or visit brianjcalley.com.
Give up alcohol for just 30 days and you may reap these health benefits. Less booze, better snooze. Alcohol can make you sleepy at first, but later in the night it will disrupt sleep patterns. Going dry gives your body a fighting chance against cold and flu season. It will also cut empty calories and unwanted sugar from your diet. And you'll start to notice lowered heart rates and blood pressure, plus a clearer mind and better memory.
Health Watch 16 with Nikki Kreis, weekdays at 5.
Welcome back to the Super 16 Dream Team Showcase.
A man that got it done for Blue Mountain this entire season, offensive lineman Trevor Manback. What's it mean, just the fact that you guys are able to rack up more than 2,400 rushing yards as a team this year, and you were able to lead the way to do that?
That shows that we are really getting it done. Shows that me and my boys up front, we were opening the holes for the running backs behind us.
Now, on a lot of cold Friday nights, you guys were able to really be cohesive up front. So what did you guys do this season to really take the next step up front to be even better?
We just really got down working to the basics. We worked each week to work for the defense that we had coming at us that week.
How do you think you really stepped up from your freshman year until now to be an even better offensive lineman?
I think it was mainly confidence. I played with a lot more confidence throughout my high school career, and my senior year I think really showed that.
How did you really feel that confidence once the ball is snapped? You just went at it to the guy on the other line.
I just knew I was better than the guy in front of me. That's kind of the way I thought the whole season. I think that's what made me.
What are your goals next?
Yeah, I'm looking to go play college football somewhere. I don't know where yet, but keeping my options open at the moment.
Well, I'm sure they'll miss having you as an option at Blue Mountain. Certainly made a big contribution to the rushing game and the passing offense as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we are back with one of the offensive linemen from Mount Carmel, the big 6'6", 315-pounder Noah Shimko. Congratulations on making the Super 16 Dream Team. Boy, you're paving the way for Coach Dara's offense in that Red Tornado running game. Talk about making the team and being on that offensive line.
Yeah, thank you very much, first off, for selecting me for the team. And yeah, it's huge being up front. I do help a lot, but you can't doubt the guys around me. They definitely help a lot, you know, everybody pulling, getting where they need to be. But I'd like to say, yeah, I am a pretty big part, but everybody else helps just as equally.
Now, Noah's only a junior. Obviously, you've been gifted with talent, been gifted with being so big and so strong. Talk about your work ethic and what goes into being such a big, ruddy football player.
I mean, just to stay this big, it takes a lot of eating, first off. But other than that, getting in the weight room is very important at this size. You know, you got to stay strong to be able to support yourself and everything, but weight room is definitely one of the biggest factors. Got to stay strong if I want to follow my future plans.
Well, my new friend Noah Shimko, he's going to be my new bodyguard. He's only a junior, back for one more year and part of the Super 16 Dream Team. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And now we have the Muncie Mauler and Brawler, their fine left tackle, Kenneth Hamp, just a junior. How does that feel as a left tackle to know that the offense pretty much runs behind you?
It feels great. We had to get a lot of younger kids to step up because we had a lot of injuries early in the season. So we had to get a lot of kids in the weight room, you know, stepping up, and they had to fill in the roles. How do you do both roles? Meaning, how do you protect your quarterback as a pass blocker, but more importantly, the way Muncie runs the ball, get that ground game going? It's all about really footwork. Like strength is important, but you got to have good footwork, like both on run blocking, like be able to pull in, getting out there, or to be able to reach block somebody, and then be able to get past that. Next season's going to be a big season. Your entire offensive backfield's back. Was there expectations for Muncie? Yeah, we're expecting to win the district chip next year. We have a couple tough opponents, but we need to just get the job done and
there you
keep working hard.
You bet. Knock it on the door next year. They plan on knocking it down. Kenneth Hamp of Muncie, Dream Team left tackle.
And up now, we move to the offensive line. Another one from Wyoming area, and Chase DeSanto, only a junior. He's got another year down there with the Warriors. Congratulations on being nominated for the Super 16 Dream Team. Talk about those 18 pancake blocks this season up front.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of hard work in the offseason, come back from an injury. Planned to win this year. We won. Happy with the season. Couldn't get as far as we wanted to, but I mean, it was a real fun season with my teammates.
How great is it knowing you have a running back like Aaron Crosley, who's headed to Lehigh in the backfield? You know, if you get on a block, you're going to spring him for a touchdown. And how glorifying was that to see him run for all those TDs?
It was great, honestly. It was a dream out there. I mean, you hit a block, he's right on your back leg, and he's off to the end zone.
Now you're a tall kid, Chase. How tall are you?
6'4".
And what do you weigh right now?
265.
I know you want to play at the next level. You got another year. How much weight do you think you put on your body? How much stronger can you get?
I mean, I just want to get as strong as I possibly can, and hope to get up to like 285.
Highlight moment for you this year for Wyoming area?
Just beating Pittston.
Yeah?
Yep.
Beating the Patriots is the key, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Chase DeSanto, Super 16 Dream Team offensive lineman. Look how big this guy is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What an amazing season for Troy, and joining me from their offensive line, Jed Feldmeyer. What were you able to do just to carve the way up front for your running backs to make it through the holes and get first downs?
Listen to our coach, do what he tells us, our blocking schemes and everything, do that right. And we had really good backs, and they were able to find the little holes that we made.
What were you able to do from your freshman year until now to really progress as an offensive lineman and improve?
Just waking up every morning, getting the lift in, getting bigger and stronger.
What for you were you able to do just to intimidate the guy on the other side of the line to, get that key block to lead to a touchdown or lead to a first down?
Just go up there every play, do the same thing as you do every other play. Go up and hit them hard.
And you had an exceptional year in the classroom as well, top 10 in the class. You're going to school for engineering, so wanted to congratulate you to be the scholar athlete. Here's a $1,600 scholarship. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate your hard work in the classroom and your hard work on the football field.
Thank you, sir.
Just for all the younger kids from Troy watching and around the area, just what's the importance of just balancing hard work, with extracurriculars as well as in the classroom and doing well at both?
I'd say just being focused on your goals for later in life, whether that's your sports, your academics, or whatever your hobbies are.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Our wide receivers are up next on WNEP.
Curiosity. Got the winter blues? Laughter is the best medicine. Brand new Mr. Curiosity every other Monday.
Look into that camera, John.
Get your questions answered.
How much sawdust can you put in a Rice Krispie treat before people start to notice?
Even the weird ones.
We rely on your questions. brownbag@WNEP.com. You never know what it's going to be.
Listen on YouTube, WNEP.com, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have a great photo or video you want to share with us? It's easy. Just use the WNEP app and go to Near Me, where you can share with us, upload your picture, tell us a little bit about it, hit submit, and you're done.
Once our team reviews your submission, it'll end up on this map, and that's where you can check out what other people are sharing. How about this beautiful sunset in Scranton? Check out Near Me on the WNEP app, and your next great photo might just end up on Newswatch 16.
See more Home and Backyard at WNEP.com/HB and on WNEP Plus. Gardening and home improvement tips, delicious recipes, local travel destinations. More Home and Backyard in more places. On the web with our app and streaming on WNEP Plus. Lisa Washington and Scott Schaefer. Weeknights at 6 and 11 on Newswatch 16. Proud to serve.
Welcome back to Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport. Now on to the wide receivers.
What an excellent season for Palmerton, and it would have been possible without the guy next to me, Ty Sander. What were you able to do to have more than 1,000 yards rushing and also more than 500 yards receiving, just to be a versatile guy for your entire offense?
I just worked all off season as hard as I possibly could. I came off of 2 injuries, knowing this season I had to prove something. I couldn't have got anything done without my team, teammates, coaches, anyone, because all my linemen, they just blocked for me for 1,000 yards rushing. My linemen, they all blocked for me. They created holes for me to run through. And it was just great running behind them. I also had a great feeling running behind them. And for receiving, I have obviously Matt Mahalik, probably one of the best QBs, I think, in my opinion, in PA. He was just fantastic. Threw perfect balls to me always, and I always came down with them.
You mentioned prove something. What were you able to prove to yourself after those injuries?
Me, I proved to myself that I never gave up easily. And I just wanted to prove everyone that I was able to play football. I kind of doubted myself after sophomore year, and then especially junior year when I broke early season. I had really low self-esteem, and I just wanted to be able to build myself back up and have a great senior season.
What's your message to maybe some other people coming behind you in Palmerton that have to overcome injuries?
I would say don't ever give up. Just always work hard. If you keep working harder, it's going to pay off at the end. Don't doubt yourself. Don't give up or anything. I always say just keep going, keep pushing. It's just going to pay off.
There's always another down, always another series. Well, congratulations. Welcome to the Dream Team.
Thank you.
Joining us from the Loyalsock Lancers is wideout Jalen Andrews, a 2-time Super 16 Dream Team member. Welcome back once again.
Thank you.
What is it like making the team this year?
It's a blessing to be able to come back. My teammates and coaches put me in the right places and the predicaments to make plays all season long, so it's a blessing.
Now, I know you were playing with a little bit of an injury. You broke your thumb, so you were kind of playing well at that point, and then you kind of had to put the cast on and play through. How tough was that?
Mentally, it was also a challenge knowing that I wouldn't be able to play to the full capability that I'm able to, but my coaches still believed in me, quarterbacks still believed in me, and got me the ball throughout the season. 19
touchdowns this year, a lot of highlight moments. I saw you run the kickoff back against Williams Valley. Was that a special moment running that one back?
For sure. I got to show the coaches that I can still play with the cast on, and my teammates made perfect blocks for me throughout the kick return, so it put me in a great position also.
What's it like being a wideout at Loyalsock?
It's great. We're in a bunch of different formations, a lot of spread, deep routes. We're put in a bunch of different positions to make plays. So.
This guy's looking to play at the next level. If anybody needs a wide receiver, Jalen Andrews is available. Congratulations. Jalen Andrews, our Super 16 Dream Team member.
Wide receivers have the best job in football. They don't get sacked like the quarterback. They run amok and go for like 65 receptions and 1,470 yards like Aaron Johnson of Danville. When you get going in green open space, what's it like when you get the ball in your hands and you can start doing things?
It just feels nice. I mean, getting in the open space, just run as fast as you can, try to get to the end zone before anybody catches you. It just feels very nice.
Madden, how do you guys work together?
It's really nice. I mean, all the practice we do off season and in season, it just brings everything on the field just so much easier.
Madden has told me some things. He told me like one time, I think when you were in 3rd grade, you were running for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a funny story. I was running with the football, fumbled the ball, ran 5 yards, thinking I still had the football, and then found out I did not have the football. Ran back, picked it up, and then took it for a touchdown.
You know, he's moving on, but of course he was moving on all last season, and the defensive backs were just looking at his cleats. Aaron Johnson, Danville wide receiver.
A man that opposing defenses always knew about, Dallas wide receiver Zach Pacheski. You always usually had 2 or 3 guys on you, so what'd you do throughout this season to just make sure that you got open and got the ball and came down with a touchdown?
It's definitely a big part of having a couple other guys being good at wide receiver over there. They could get the ball at any play, so hopefully they tried to key on them a little bit more, but just had to go up and make a play whenever I can.
Now, you guys made it all the way to the state championship this year, so how have you improved personally from when you were a freshman till now to make that leap to make sure you guys were that great?
Definitely came a long way just working together with the team, trusting my coach. Coach Manella's done a great job with everyone, not knowing where we'd be at this time, but it's just been a great experience for us to go this far.
What work did you put in this offseason just to, you know, when you got 2 or 3 people roped on top of you to come down with the football?
Definitely just being more athletic and then trusting my QB to find me open and then just do what I got to do to get the ball in my hands.
What's your goals next?
My goal is to play baseball in college and have a good basketball season this year.
Well, good luck at Radford coming up, and I'm sure your team appreciates all your contributions coming down with those big touchdowns.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, and now a wide receiver, a super athlete out of District 4 and the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. We're joined by Xavier Diaz, 21 total touchdowns, a great season for you. Congratulations for being part of the Dream Team. How's this feel?
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Talk about your season a little bit and getting those 21 touchdowns. Coach Dara had you moving around all over the place. You were in the backfield, you were spread out, and you were making a lot of plays.
Yeah, he made a lot of formations specifically for me, so it paid off. So.
You've been down there for 2.5 years as a starter. You also run track. Talk about your speed and how that's utilized on the field and makes you a great football player.
Yeah, speed kills, so it's game changing, obviously. It's a great thing to have, but my game's not all speed, so.
What were some highlight moments for you this year? I know against Dunmore, you kind of lined up on one side of the field, sprinted over to the other, they got you the ball, and you raced down the sidelines for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger moments. Screens in like Southern game, nice punt returns, stuff like that. Yeah.
Sum up your career and how great it was. It seems like Coach Dara has got this program kind of lifted back up out there in 2A in District 4.
Yeah, it was a great career at Mount Carmel. I always cherish the moments I had.
Xavier Diaz from Mount Carmel, our newest member to the Super 16 Dream Team at the wide receiver position. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You might recognize this young man. He was with us last year in the Dream Team. Aiden Black of Delaware Valley, a defensive end and a tight end like his coach. What is it like to be on the offensive side of the ball when it's not just a blocking back necessarily in your offense?
Yeah, no, he definitely incorporates the tight end, you know, himself being one. That definitely makes a difference. You know, I get to go out and catch some passes. But, you know, our main part is our run game, and, you know, he's always made sure that we've known that, and that's honestly his best thing. Like, he's helped me the most, you know, run blocking and those kind of things, being physical, point of attack, all that kind of stuff.
Defensive end, 10.5 sacks. You're the all-time leading sack leader at Delaware Valley. Of course, the Warriors have had a lot of Warriors over the years. Yeah. So what helps you with that first step? Again, it's a combination of brawn and brains with you.
I started defense when I was a freshman, didn't start as a tight end, and really just progressively got better and better. And, you know, our defense isn't really a rush end all the time. You know, it's you kind of have to read some feet. You know, we have some run responsibility, so you can't just always rush the quarterback. So when you get that chance to on a pass and you get a sack, it's a great feeling. You know, I want to play football for as long as I can, but you know, that's the biggest piece, and that's really why I went there. You know, over some of these schools, like you said, some of the Ivy Leagues. Stanford has that educational piece that I was really looking for.
Terrific. The man in black and white, Aiden Black of Delaware Valley.
Stay with us. There's more from the Dream Team coming up next from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport.
When you think security, think Cole Region Consulting and Investigations, Northeast PA's premier security company, providing school resource officers and school security. Armed and unarmed executive protection is also available for warehouse and corporate protection. Veteran-owned and operated, we boast several hundred years of combined experience. Our experts come from all walks of law, including police and federal agencies. We even offer legal support, working closely with local expert law offices. Cole Region Consulting and Investigations.
The Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport AVP makes flying convenient and hassle-free. Why do you fly AVP?
Flying from Wilkes-Barre Scranton is friendly, safe, and easy.
AVP is convenient, it's close to home.
TSA is so convenient, and parking is quick and easy.
At AVP, it's easy to ticket and convenient to board.
AVP, your gateway to everywhere.
Forget Mrs. Hannigan's chores and come see Annie, presented by Broadway in Scranton at the Scranton Cultural Center. Win 4 tickets to opening night, February 16th. Text Annie to the number on your screen to enter the Annie contest.
Gardening and home improvement tips, delicious recipes, local travel destinations, more home and backyard in more places, on the web with our app, and streaming on WNEP+. Check out the Public Service Bulletin Board events calendar at WNEP.com. You can find local events or create and promote your own. Get directions, share with your friends at WNEP.com/events and on the WNEP app.
Do you have a great photo or video you want to share with us? Just use the WNEP app and go to Near Me, where you can share with us, upload your picture, tell us a little bit about it, hit submit, and you're done. Check out Near Me, and your photo could be on TV.
Welcome back to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport.
Max Johnson, just a sophomore, but he is on the Dream Team. What were you able to do to get 13.5 sacks this past season, Max?
My speed is a big part of it. I'm not the biggest guy on the D-line, especially like 190s. And my speed to get around them tackles is a big way for me to get around.
Now, as a sophomore, what was the moment where you just gained the older players' respect, maybe leading up to the season?
Well, it happened a lot last year, too, where I started to make a big difference in the field. Started making a lot of tackles, and this year was a big step up. Last year, I only had 9, 8 sacks, and this year I was able to get 13, even multiple a game, which was big for me, big for our team.
Now, 8 or 9 as a freshman still is pretty impressive, though. What are you able to do to also deflect passes at the line of scrimmage?
Well, sometimes can't get in every play. If I'm watching that quarterback, I see him about to throw a ball, all I can do is jump up, try and block it. Even got an interception by doing it this year, and had one last year by one of my teammates, so it's always big.
Definitely a versatile man. So where do you go from here? How do you avoid being complacent and be even better as a junior?
Oh, lifting in off season can be a big part of it. The bigger I am, the harder it is to stop me, and just keep on working.
Well, already hard to stop you with all those sacks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, joining us now, defensive tackle from Jim Thorpe, Noah Roshak, already committed to Syracuse, a big guy here, outstanding season down there for the Olympians. Congratulations. Talk about the great season you had and obviously making that commitment to go up and play for Syracuse.
I mean, honestly, it's not the season we wanted, but it was great to have one more year at Jim Thorpe.
You go both ways, obviously, on that offensive line, but your specialty defensive tackle and getting into those backfield, your tape kind of tells it all.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the great season you had and obviously your exploits on the field.
I knew coming into the season that I was a big target against other teams playing them. So, I mean, I was expecting double teams, even triple teams sometimes. So I was really hunkered down, using all my swim moves, rip moves that I could this year.
I know you said you played a little bit of basketball. Obviously, powerlifting is pretty big down in Jim Thorpe down there. And obviously for Coach Mark Rosenberger, when did football become a specialty for you? When did you get so big and start filling out and become such a massive influence on the field?
No, I started playing football in 7th grade, and then it really clicked to me until I hit 9th grade when I started as a freshman. So I think once that season started going, that's when I got more focused in and like willing to do whatever it takes to play Division I football. So
Noah Roshak from Jim Thorpe.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
With the exception of Southern Columbia, no team in District 4 or any of our coverage area has done better over the past 10, 12 years as Jersey Shore. Tate Sechrist joins us now, hard-nosed running back, over 1,300 yards, 24 touchdowns, fine defensive end, and obviously the leader of the team. How did you guys gear up for another big year for the Dogs?
Everyone was just pulling in the same direction. Everyone was in the weight room. We all had the same goal in mind, and we tried to push toward it together. He just knows how to use people. Like he puts us where we need to be and tries to shape us in the direction that we're already kind of heading, and he's good with understanding what people can do.
You know, I was never more impressed with a young man at a football game than week 3 this year. You're playing your heart out. I thought you were the best player on the field in that game, and it goes to the final seconds of regulation, then Max Engel goes down, and with 11 seconds to go in the game, we never finished the game. You gathered your teammates together. You also gathered the Selinsgrove young men, and you were there at midfield, and you gave your heart and soul out. What was your message?
It's just important when you're in struggling times to look to God, because he'll always be there no matter what. There's a reason why that happened to Max that night, because God knew that we needed that and everyone there needed that, and it's just sad that Max was
the guy that went down.
The guy that went down.
Yeah, he made the last tackle of that game. Today, you know, everybody knows who he is, but down the line, what can you tell him?
He was a great man. Nobody hated that guy. He had no enemies, and he was just a great friend through and through.
We're thinking of Max Engel. We're also thinking about Tate Sechrist from the terrific Jersey Shore program, now under the Super 16 Dream Team. Thanks, Tate.
Of course.
Whether we're on or off the Pennsylvania Road, I get to see the beauty of our great state. It's amazing. It's my job to go find places like this and share it with you. And the best part, meeting all the people and the interesting things they do. So come and see what's up ahead.
On the Pennsylvania Road with John Meyer, Wednesdays on Newswatch 16 at 6 on WNEP.
Newswatch 16 celebrates Black History Month. Every Wednesday morning, we'll highlight African-American artists and musicians who've impacted our communities. Black History Month, Wednesdays on Newswatch 16.
Sponsored by the Pocono Mountains. Snow's in the forecast. Hit the slopes with the WNEP Ski Card. Ski up to 9 locations. Go to WNEP.com or text SKI to 570-826-1616 to get your card today. See your pet's photo in the Pet Slideshow at WNEP.com. Sponsored by Invisible Fence of Northeast PA.
Welcome back to the Dream Team Showcase at Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport.
A man that always made a difference on the Southern Columbia defense, Garrett Garcia. You were able to come through with 4 interceptions at linebacker. What allowed you to be versatile to get behind the line of scrimmage, but also come through with those interceptions?
We always have our zones and our roles of what we need to do, so we always rely on run first, so we try to stuff the run game, and then it force people to pass, and on big passing downs, you know it's probably going to be throwing the ball, so you drop back in your zone and hope he throws it to you.
What was the most fulfilling moment of this season for you, coming back from a knee injury, just really appreciating football even more again? So just looking back in the season, obviously you won your 7th straight state title, but what was the moment that you appreciated the most?
Honestly, it was the first game. I had a big run on the beginning, and I was like, it feels awesome to be back and ready to roll again.
What's it like for you, with everything your older brothers accomplished at Southern Columbia, to just really live out the Garcia name and continue that legacy of just being an excellent player for the Tigers?
It puts a lot more pressure on your back, kind of, because you know you got to be up there with your brothers, because they both had outstanding careers there, and it's hard to compete with, but it was fun to try to compete with them.
And what legacy do you want to leave behind for the players come behind you at Southern Columbia?
Play hard always, and good things will come.
All right, well, congratulations. Great to see you on the Dream Team.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, joined now by Aiden Myers, linebacker from Schuylkill Haven Area High School, our next Super 16 Dream Teamer. First of all, congratulations, Aiden. Talk about your season, and especially playing linebacker. Special spot for you out there for the Hurricanes this year.
Well, I think it was a lot better of a season from our last 3 seasons. We went from a losing record every single season up until this season, and we ended up playing in the district finals.
Now, you're a 3-sport athlete. You do a little wrestling currently right now. You run the 100 and 200 in track, and then obviously you focus on football. Talk about how those 3 combined together help you be a great 3-sport athlete.
Well, I think just doing anything improves the game of football, especially wrestling, because they go hand in hand with each other, and then just staying active throughout the year.
How did you find out that you made the Super 16 Dream Team? Did Coach Farr let you know?
Yeah, Coach Farr did let me know.
What was that conversation like?
He called me. While I was at wrestling practice, I called him back, and he just told me congratulations and told me everything I need to do. So,
what's it mean for you to be part of this team?
I think it's a good accomplishment. Not too many people make this from all around our area. I think just a good accomplishment to have.
All right, Aiden Myers, congratulations, Super 16 Dream Team linebacker.
Another fine season for the Scranton Prep Cavaliers. They get 12 wins. They roll to a district championship. Andrew Suma joins us, the fine linebacker. Over 100 tackles, but I think even more impressively, over 20 tackles for losses. So what was your role in the scheme of things, not just defensively, but being a disruptive influencer?
Yeah, I mean, if I could get a tackle for loss of being able to play, it was a huge play, sparked the defense, and every opportunity I got, I went and tried to make the play in the backfield.
What's your keys that you worry about first? You worry about the run, you react to the pass, is that how it works?
So yeah, first I worry about the run, I look at the tackle, high hat, low hat, and then secondly, yes, I'm a pass player. If any chance I go make an interception, I always try to do that, and then if I get in the backfield, make a play at the line, I try to do that as well. Unless
you're an athlete, and unless you're part of a team, no one really understands what those moments are like when you cherish it afterwards.
100%. I mean, that win I'll remember for the rest of my life. It was unbelievable. Just being there with my teammates and how hard we worked during the season to get to this point, it was an unbelievable feeling.
Andrew Suma, the fine linebacker for Scranton Prep, the latest member from the Cavaliers on the Super 16 Dream Team.
And up now, a linebacker from Valley View, Gianni Marino. Gianni, all over the field this year for the Cougars. You know, talk about being at that linebacker spot, trying to get downhill and get to those running backs and making those tackles. You had an outstanding season.
Thank you. Last year I filled in because our starting linebacker went down 2nd week against Berwick, and ever since then I just fell in love with the position. And it's very unique, you know, reading the offenses and just watching film and picking up on little key movements of the offensive lineman, quarterback's eyes, watching eyes, and just attacking the field every single play.
Talk about your height, obviously 6'3", and using that speed. Why does that help you on the defensive side and being such an outstanding football player?
Definitely being able to see over everyone into that backfield. If a running back pops up and it's all crowded up in the trenches, they like to pop out to the outside, and I can meet them right there and take them out.
Now you play a little baseball, obviously football, you know, a 2-sport athlete up there. What's it like being a Valley View Cougar?
It's a great pride, and just down at Valley View we bleed gold and white and blue and all that, so just great community, a lot of support, and it's just amazing.
Gianni, congratulations.
Thank you.
Super 16 Dream Teamer Gianni Marino, linebacker from Valley View.
A man that every offense had to get ready for, Colin McGorty from Mahanoy area. What did you do this season to come down with 5 interceptions? You had 7 the year before. Defense is preparing for you, so how'd you go out and just excel again?
I just played my part, just took the drop steps back.
What'd you do to go out there? Other teams, probably didn't want to throw your direction, so how were you just aggressive in the secondary?
Well, right when that ball went up, I was going right after it, trying to make a play, but mostly just trying to win those games is the most important part there.
What's the thing you improved at the most from your freshman year until now?
Definitely knowing the game better, staying patient more, and know when to fly to the ball and break down for tackles and all that.
And you're definitely an all-around player, a school record 16 career interceptions, more than 2,200 all-purpose yards, 23 touchdowns this past season, and you contributed on special teams too, knocking through 21 extra points. What are your goals next?
I'm going to Duquesne University to run track, so that's my next big goal I have in mind.
And they'll definitely miss his speed on defense.
Delaware Valley started 0-3, and we weren't worried at all. We knew the Warriors had a lot of talent, including Ryder Machado, big running back as far as yards, but he's making our dream team with his 8 interceptions on defense. When you see that situation where it's 3rd and long, or the quarterback is panicking, or he's looking one way, and boom, he starts looking your way, and your eyes light up.
Yeah.
What is it like when you can turn from defense to offense with your skills?
When I get an interception, I usually could see most of the field. So when I see it, if I have open field, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm taking this to the house. I have to. And with the help of my teammates blocking, I could get that done. So it was amazing. It was awesome.
Running the ball is cool, but you're flipping momentum. When you make an interception, you think it's one of the biggest plays that you can make as either an offensive or a defensive player?
It's a very impactful play.
Yes.
The offense is very fun to play, and just scoring touchdowns is a lot of fun. But interceptions are also it just brings us all together. We all get hype, all get excited. So yeah, it's great to have.
Riding the big train, Ryder Machado, Delaware Valley defensive back.
And now we move to the defensive backs out of Selinsgrove. It's Caleb Hicks. His dad, Derek, is the head coach. Congratulations, Caleb. Talk about the outstanding season out there for Selinsgrove this year. You guys accomplished a lot. Got to that state semifinal game, losing to Aliquippa, but great year for you, 6 interceptions. What was best about it?
I think best is, as a team, we all came together. A lot of seniors on that team, so a lot of leadership came out, and I think we grew up playing together, so we all really, enjoyed that moment together, and it was pretty cool to go that far. Came up short of our overall goal, but it was pretty awesome.
Talk about defensive back being out on that island kind of by yourself, and what are your responsibilities and your role on the team on defense?
Responsibilities, just don't let anybody deep score a touchdown on you, as long as you're tackling as well. I figured that out at the end of the year. You got to tackle as well as a DB, but for us, I think it was just, as our DB's coach, we had Kaiser, who really helped us out, and he played at Penn State, so he helped us out overall. And the 6 interceptions, that's pretty cool too. What's it like playing for your dad? I think it's pretty cool. Everybody imagines that, but he can be rough on me, but there's always the times where But the Juniata game, he did actually yell at me a lot. So.
Super 16 Dream Teamer Caleb Hicks, defensive back from Selinsgrove. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
A resurgent season for the Dunmore Bucks and their senior defensive back, Danny Piggott, joins us right now. Danny, you're in as a defensive back, but you did everything. 3 kickoff returns for a touchdown. You had a pick 6 for interception, going the other way, a punt return for a touchdown. You did everything. You were on the field almost all the time. For a skinny, lean and mean guy, how do you get yourself in shape to be able to go anytime, anywhere?
I think all the Sunday lifts in the off-season, Coach McHale pushes us real hard in the weight room. We have a great workout program, and I think that's just where it comes from.
Personally, what's your favorite part of playing football? What position? What part of it?
I love playing. I like to play every position that I could. I like to play most positions I can, but I like having the ball in my hands, and I like playing with my boys out there.
Not just running, but receiving. Why so important as a running back that you were getting the ball as a receiver?
It just moves people around. I think it makes defenses think more. You have to play in different different coverages. You got to play man, you got to play zone, and you just got to stop the Dunmore Bucks.
What are you doing better?
I think we really changed everything around. You know, we went in a new scheme, a totally new scheme on offense, a totally new scheme on defense. I think it worked really well, and I think our record showed that.
When you found out you made the dream team, what were your thoughts?
I was really excited, yeah. I mean, I really never got any awards until this year. Up until this year, I never made All-Star, so it was a great accomplishment.
Danny Piggott, senior, defensive back, Dunmore Bucks.
You know him as a running back, but this man also excelled in the defensive backfield. 4 interceptions this season. Loudon Murphy coming through for the Southern Columbia Tigers. What were you able to do just to create those 4 interceptions for yourself and your defense?
I know I have a specific role. I know I have two very good linebackers ahead of me, and I know I have a great defensive line. I know I have a role to step up in the pass game. I have our defensive line to create pressure, maybe make the quarterback throw an iffy pass. So, I mean, if I could do my best to break that pass up or intercept it, that's what my job is.
What was the most challenging part for you after a difficult third down to come back on defense and really just focus there?
We have the same goal every time. We want the ball back as soon as possible. I mean, we all have to work together. It's like a machine on defense.
What was the most rewarding part for you this season about being able to know that you shut down another opposing receiver or came through with a big interception?
It's a personal goal. I like to have as many stops as I can personally. I mean, I like to get all the tackles I can. An interception is just a big momentum swing for our side.
Obviously a lot of history. You guys 7 straight state championships. So what legacy do you feel like you've left behind for the other guys come behind you at defensive back?
Our D-backs held some of the best wide receivers in the state to minimal yards. They had a couple big passes, but I mean, for overall, we did our job.
Congratulations once again, 4 interceptions, and of course, still celebrating that state championship.
Yeah, thank you.
Some of our top awards are coming up next. Stay with us on WNEP.
The Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport AVP makes flying convenient and hassle-free. Why do you fly AVP?
Flying from Wilkes-Barre Scranton is friendly, safe, and easy.
AVP is convenient, it's close to home.
TSA is so convenient, and parking is quick and easy.
At AVP, it's easy to ticket and convenient to board.
AVP, your gateway to everywhere.
When you think security, think Cole Region Consulting and Investigations, Northeast PA's premier security company, providing school resource officers and school security. Armed and unarmed executive protection is also available for warehouse and corporate protection. Veteran-owned and operated, we boast several hundred years of combined experience. Our experts come from all walks of law, including police and federal agencies. We even offer legal support, working closely with local expert law offices. Cole Region Consulting and Investigations. Thanks for sending your pictures to the PhotoLink Library at WNEP.com.
Hey there, welcome back. We're flying in with some of our top awards.
To honor the top 32 high school football players from northeastern and central Pennsylvania is a big undertaking. The most important part is our executive sponsor, and that is the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport. Carl Beardsley, the 9-year pro behind the reins here. Carl, this was something that was a labor of love for this airport, connecting with us before you joined the last 9 years. Why do you sustain it? Why is it important to the brand?
It's just such a neat program that not only benefits the airport, but it seems to benefit students who are involved in student athletics, having a good time in the community. And also, hopefully, we'll have some people who come to the airport and maybe take a job with an airline. that'd be very impressive.
That would be great. I see the Dream Team Showcase up on display. It must be something you're pretty proud of to show to everybody coming and throughing the area.
Oh, we love it. And we've received so many compliments from people in the community, how neat it looks and how they'd love to see it more often in the future here at the airport.
Now in the middle of February, as we get into the winter season, you're getting getaway trips to Orlando a couple days a week. You must be very proud of that.
Oh,
fact.
we are.
Correct.
And the people in the community love the fact that they have cheap fares, that they'll go to Orlando International Airport, and they'll be able to get out of some of the weather issues that we tend to have here at the airport sometimes.
So that starts the end of January, a couple of days a week, and I think it sounds like a pretty good idea. Carl, I want to thank you for your participation, not just this year, but overall the years and going forward.
It's a real honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl.
Arguably the most disruptive force of the entire Southern Columbia defense, Isaac Carter, 17 tackles for a loss, 11 sacks. What were you able to do to consistently get behind the line of scrimmage for the other team?
So I can't thank my teammates enough. When everyone does their job, it makes it a lot easier for me to get through the line of scrimmage, and I just utilize my speed and my athleticism to get past the linemen.
You mentioned speed and athleticism, but how much is just succeeding and getting sacks just intimidation up front, getting off the ball?
Oh, it definitely is intimidation. I mean, we've all flown around, our linebackers, like even our secondary have flown around and all got tackles on the quarterback. It's just kind of like a momentum changing in the game, especially when you get a big tackle for loss or a sack.
And how much did, like you said, the film study really help you to know what's coming and be able to use your speed as an advantage?
Yeah, watching film is definitely a very important part, especially when you're playing D-line. Because you get to find the tendency of your offensive lineman that you're going against and see the flaws in his performance.
And for all the hard work you put in this past season with Southern Columbia winning 7 straight state titles and those 17 tackles for a loss, 11 sacks, you are this year's Defensive Player of the Year, Isaac. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're considered the best defensive player in this entire area.
It means a lot, definitely. But I know there's a few people on our defense that also could have got it, but my name was just chosen. But I just can't thank my teammates enough because they helped me get this award, and we've all worked hard towards our goal, which is the state championship.
Isaac Carter, Defensive Player of the Year, Southern Columbia.
And we are joined now by the Offensive Player of the Year from the Selinsgrove Seals, running back Tucker Teets. This kid had an outstanding season, 41 total touchdowns. He now has the school record for total touchdowns in a career. Congratulations, first off. Talk about the season and the special one you had.
Definitely, the season was amazing. I've never been a part of that specialness, and definitely to go out and go to the state semis with a team that was full of a family type bond was definitely something that I'm never going to forget.
Why was it so special?
Our main goal was definitely to get that district championship and beat Jersey Shore for our first time in a couple of years, I think 5 years, and so that was a big main goal, was always going in and wanting that gold medal around our necks, and it was just special for all of us to be, from growing up together, playing football together every year was definitely really special for every single one of us.
Tucker, talk about being a 3-sport athlete.
I try to find time for my family, everything else, and just make sure it all works out, and making sure I'm staying focused on whatever sport I'm in.
Do you have a place for this trophy at home, and how special is this to take home?
Definitely, it's going right in my man cave in my basement where I have all my other footballs that I have with my records on it, and definitely that's going to be right at the top, definitely one of my prized possessions.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Offensive Player of the Year, Tucker Teets from Selinsgrove.
Stay with us here at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport. There's one more big section left. You won't want to miss it.
Everyone's life has defining moments when the choices you make change the course of everything. Maybe you found yourself involved in a painful divorce. Maybe you're closing on your dream house, but want the reassurance you're taking the right steps in the process. Maybe you found yourself on the wrong side of the law and need to put your faith in an experienced law firm when that moment comes. Make the right choice. Brian J. Calley & Associates, with over 40 years of legal excellence. Call 570-344-2029 or visit brianjcalley.com.
Getting outdoors in the winter can improve your mood, reduce stress, and boost your immune system. Try skiing or snow tubing. Plenty of resorts in NEPA. State parks are great places to hop on a sled or toboggan. There's probably a lake near you. If you like fishing, why not try it on the ice? For something less strenuous, take a horse-drawn wagon or sleigh ride. An excellent way to embrace winter, lots of ways to keep moving.
Health Watch 16 with Nikki Kreis, weekdays at 5.
Your daughter Kara said she was in the mood for something salty. And you just wanted something fresh and light for dinner tomorrow. And your son Johnny wants whatever it is teenage boys like to eat. Look for red tags to save throughout the store, every aisle, every day, with low prices at Wise.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
Watch your favorite segments, get recipes, share photos in our People and Places slideshow. More Pennsylvania outdoor life in more places. On the web, with our app, and streaming on WNEP+.
Welcome back to the Super 16 Dream Team Showcase.
Well, and now the quarterback position, and joining us from the township, Loyal Sock out there, Lancer quarterback Tyler G, Super 16 Dream Team. Congratulations, 3-year starter out there. Talk about your senior season and being awarded with this honor.
I just want to say thank you for this amazing honor. And this senior season, you know, it was a lot different. We lost a great running back, so we knew we had to put a little more in the passing game. So, you know, we had like amazing moments this year. I'd say the toughest part was just kind of figuring out our rhythm throughout the season.
Talk about the responsibility of being a quarterback and being in charge of that offense and all those guys on the field.
I think there was a lot of room for growth throughout my sophomore year to junior to senior year. It really came down to just read keys, you know, understanding where my receivers were going to be different times, different reads, and I think I developed a lot there.
Talk about this trophy, special for you. You have a place at home and a mantle that you're going to put it up on?
Yes, sir. I was very excited when I heard the news. I was kind of surprised. I heard it at my banquet the other night. Coach Van Fleet let me know. It was definitely a nice touch that night.
Tyler G, Loyal Sock Lancer quarterback and a Super 16 Dream Team player. Congratulations, Tyler.
Thank you.
Madden Patrick has the name, has the game. The single season passing leader in Pennsylvania history still has some way to go. 49 touchdown passes this year, so you guys are really flinging it around.
I've never felt like we've had this amount of talent. It was definitely a blessing to have everybody surrounding me, so it was just my job to get them the ball.
You had all-state receiver last year, and you have another one that we're talking about with Aaron. But how do these guys complement you?
It's kind of hard to put words into that, but the way they are on and off the field, they're leaders not only vocally, but the way they surround themselves and the way they portray themselves to other people. But the hard work that they put in really ends up showing on the field.
What matters? The goals, the wins, the district championships, that kind of stuff.
The goals, I believe the goals end up leading the wins, and the wins can lead to championships. So I'll definitely want to continue the winning and the winning lifestyle we have at Danville, but those goals will end up coming with those wins.
How do you improve?
To continue to do the little things and be a leader and just doing my part. To bring all the younger guys under my wing, to continue to show them what we do, how we do, and what we're going to do to be a great team.
Madden Patrick, one more year to go. We can't wait. But on the Super 16 Dream Team for this season.
A man that Palmerton fans will be sorry to see go, Matt Mahalik, the quarterback at Palmerton. You have more than 6,000 yards passing and 5,000 yards rushing in your career, which is the only person that's ever done that. So what does that mean to you, and just how is that type of versatility just the staple of your high school career?
Yeah, you know, it just shows the ability I have. I could run, I could pass, you know, but it's all credit to the playmakers around me. The line, you know, that they're holding their blocks, doing their thing, and the skill guys, you know, I wouldn't be able to do it if they were not catching the ball or making blocks downfield for me when I'm running around back there. So, you know, it's all credit to those guys, and, you know, to be the first person in the state to do that, it's really an honor. And, you know, I'm up there with the great Terrell Pryor, so that's also something I'll always cherish forever.
Certainly a good name to be recognized with. And I heard more than one coach in the area say they were happy to see you go. So what does it mean just to have the respect of other teams and opposing coaches to know that you certainly were a force to be reckoned with?
Just to have the respect from the coaches and be noticed, it's an honor.
You also excelled on defense as well. And so for all your hard work in high school, we wanted to award you as the Dream Team Player of the Year.
I appreciate that, and, you know, I'm very thankful for the guys around me. Like I said, the coaches, the people that got me here. I mean, it's an honor to be awarded this award, and it's a very special moment for me. And I coach the Booster Club football team, so I just wanted to be known as a great person, a great role model for these younger kids that are always looking up to the high schoolers. So that's what I wanted to be remembered as, and just a true leader out there that I was, and I just want to be remembered that I did my part there. So.
Offense, defense, special teams, and a leader as well. Congratulations to Matt Mahalik, our Player of the Year.
That's it for the Dream Team for now. We'll see you next year.
Right here, WNEP.
I'm Andy Palumbo, Newswatch 16 Dalton. Thank you for watching. We're proud to serve Lackawanna County and all of northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
Thanks